It is Thursday, April 7th in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
And we have 7 games on the slate. We had 2 delayed, 2 postponed. We got 7 games on the slate. We're coming back with our 2 favorite run lines, a player prop, and a no-run first inning.
As always, if you aren't subscribed to our channel, please do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us grow this channel. We are about 20-ish subscribers away from 30,000, which is an amazing milestone considering last year when I stopped doing the baseball videos in October, we were roughly about 12,000 subscribers. So you see the power of the people. We really can't grow without you guys. So again, like and subscribe to our channel, please.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Logan. It's no better time to hit that subscribe button. We appreciate all the new people out there. Shout out again to our COS All-Stars. We're going to be doing these videos every single day. And if you don't know who Logan is, you're about to learn who he is because he's our MLB guru over here. But we're going to keep talking about it. Shout out to our All-Stars again. If you want to support us, click that join button on the channel or the link in the description. Our newest All-Stars. We got TBT God, Emma Bell. We got Chris F., Christopher Smith, James Dorr, Todd Live for Sundays, always in the comments, Arian, and It's Young Lee. We appreciate you guys all for supporting the channel. And like I said, we're going to be doing these videos daily. These should be live around 7:30 a.m. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Almost 30K subscribers, 20 away. That's unreal. We're going to keep getting into it. And as always, we have partnered with Odds Jam now. So we're going to have a parlay of the day for every business day, every Monday through Friday. And we're going to have that posted on Odds Jam. The link will be down below in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Without further ado, Logan, I'll put the record up on the screen. We got a clean slate. There's nothing better than that. Hopefully we can win some money today, but I want you to give the people your first pick of the season. Let's hope we can start off with a banger.
I appreciate it. Let's start it off 1-0, and let's start in the Pirates versus Cardinals game. I'm taking Cardinals run line, and a run line, for anybody that doesn't bet baseball, is the -1.5 plus 1.5. So I'm taking Cardinals run line -1.5 at plus 100 odds on MGM. And you see with our sponsor, as Austin mentioned, Odds Jam. Look, this is how I go and get the odds in the morning when I'm doing this research, right? Plus 100 here. I want the best value for my money, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with MGM. Look, now why do I like, the Cardinals run line in this one? Well, the Pirates last year, terrible, right? They were mostly a fade spot for me, for a lot of people last year. They were 30th in runs last year. Their offense was not inspiring. They rely on 2 guys very heavily, Ke'Bryan Hayes and Reynolds. Those are their 2 main offensive weapons. And if they aren't producing, I'm telling you, they're not putting up a whole lot of runs. On the other side, you got St. Louis's offense, which they were about middle of the pack last year, but I expect them to kind of take a leap forward this year. They're kind of going for it. They signed Albert Pujols in the offseason, and there's players on that team that I expect to take another leap. Carlson, he was a rookie last year. He's in his second year. He's going to be batting leadoff. And you have Goldschmidt and O'Neill. That's a really formidable offense. I think, a lot of people might be sleeping on the Cardinals, but they shouldn't be. Now, let's talk about pitching. We got Wainwright, 4 starts versus Pittsburgh last year, only 1 earned run in all of his starts. That's an amazing, you don't really see that in the MLB, right? Only 1 earned run. He shut out the Pirates several times. So that's absolutely what we love to see. His last 3 versus Pittsburgh were shutouts, as I mentioned. Brubaker on the other side of the mound, 6.65 ERA versus St. Louis. That is atrocious. Anything flirting in that 7 ERA run range is not comfortable at all. And if you look at his matchups versus St. Louis, 5-3, 5-3 earned runs. So he's definitely hittable. The Cardinals bats should be able to get to him. And that, even after Brubaker, once Pittsburgh's bullpen comes in, they were 23rd in bullpen ERA in 2021. I don't really think they're going to improve much. They're going to be back of the pack. There's going to be lots of run opportunities for the Cardinals today. And that's why I'm going to go ahead and take their run line. But how about we switch over to a player prop? Because Austin, this is your specialty. I heard you got one for the people today.
Yes, you have come to the right place, Logan. Now we're going to take it slow with player props because, as you know, we don't really have a lot of data to go off of in the first. So maybe wait a couple weeks. I mean, we're going to see. Hopefully we can start off hot, but we're going to start off with this guy. And he started off last season as hot as anyone in the majors. And we're going with the man, Shane Bieber, over 6.5 strikeouts. The first ever starting pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians, starting on the road today in Kansas City. Now, Bieber had an interesting season last year. He started last year about as hot as possible. He's had 11 plus strikeouts in his first 4 starts. The man was ridiculous. And all we're asking for today is 7. Now, when I went to bed last night, the line was plus 105. Now we're sitting at minus 105 on BetMGM. So, we don't love, we kind of like that the value has shifted a little bit in terms of people are liking the over, which is going to be a good side for us. We obviously see we have both -105 on DraftKings and on BetMGM. You can take either of them. We'll be taking it on BetMGM today. But back to Bieber. Now, like I said, 11 plus strikeouts in his first 4 starts, but he hit the over in his first 8 starts. The man was a glitch. You just take his strikeout over, you'd wake up, oh, Bieber starting, taking his over. The guy was ridiculous, and that included 2 matchups against today's opponent, Kansas City Royals. He had 12 and 9 strikeouts in this one. Keep in mind, we only need 7 today. Now, he did start in the preseason or in the spring training. His last spring training game, he only pitched 3 innings, 6 strikeouts. So he's kind of showing, I'm back, I'm ready to go. Now, the Royals struck out the 3rd fewest times last season. So that's not great. You don't love to see it, but you just know Bieber's a strikeout specialist. That's what he's good at. He's hit this over in 12 of his last 16 starts. Now, 2 of his 4 unders. Like I said, last year he had a kind of a tumultuous season because he got injured right in around June, and he missed 3 months. And then he came back, and you see he went under in 4 starts. 2 of those 4 starts were right back after injury. So I don't really want to hold that against him. The guy was out for baseball for 3+ months, and then he returned. Obviously, he's probably going to go under. He's not going to pitch a ton more innings like he normally did. And so you look at his last 6 matchups versus the Royals, about as good as it can get. 1, 9, 12, 9, 14, and 8 strikeouts. Is all easily clearing this in 5 of 6. Now, you might look at it, you say, oh, that one, I don't like that 1 strikeout game. That was right after he returned from injury. So not really going to count that against him. It's not his fault that he went under in that one. So my player prop of the day, my only one I'll be giving you guys, Shane Bieber over 6.5 strikeouts, -105. I like that. Obviously, I don't expect the line to go up to 7.5. I don't see that happening. So 6.5 strikeouts, I'm all in on Shane Bieber. Logan, give us your final play, and then we'll get into it.
Well, I have to say, I love me some Bieb. So a tremendous player prop pick. But let's go back to the spreads. And in the Brewers versus Cubs game, I'm taking Brewers run line -0.5 in the first 5 innings on this one. Now, if I'm looking for the odds on this one, the odds are probably TBD. It should be in that -110 range. That's usually where these first 5 odds are. So if you're going to place these, expect in that -110 range, as we can see on Odds Jam here. But why am I rolling with the Brewers, and why am I rolling with a first 5 bet? Well, as you will find out on this program, I love first 5 bets because it takes the bullpen out of it. It turns it into a just the starting pitcher matchup pretty much, right? So let's talk about Hendricks. Hendricks should be on the mound for the Cubs. 6.14 ERA versus the Brewers last year. That's a very high ERA. The Brewers had their way with Hendricks. Hendricks was a shaky pitcher for the Cubs, but they're obviously putting some trust in him coming out on opening day. Expecting him to not lay a complete egg, but the laying the egg is certainly possible, and especially on the other side of the mound, you got Burns. Burns pitched so well versus the Cubs, 1.35 ERA versus the Cubs in 2021. That's why I expect him to continue this. Last time Burns was even pitching at Wrigley, 15 Ks. I remember that game so well because we actually took Burns as player prop, and I was just like, I was blown away because the Cubs, they were just an easy strikeout, and Burns was just, churning through their lineup. I expect some more of the same today. So Burns should be able to keep the Cubs offense at bay. And I think the Brewers offense should be able to get some hits up on Hendricks. Hendricks is not, an amazing starting pitcher. Also worth noting, the over-under to this game was around that 10.5. It might have dropped to 10 by the time you're watching this, but that's a really high over-under. It was one of those, kind of like, things that stuck out to me when I was looking at the slate. So obviously the odds makers are expecting one of these 2 starting pitchers to definitely let up some runs. I think it's way more likely that starting pitcher is Hendricks than Burns. And all we need through 5 innings is the Brewers to have a 1-run lead, and we will cash this bet. Also worth noting, Yelich, I think he's due for a bounce-back season because, he had such a disappointing year last year. And a lot of those Brewers bats were very up and down. I expect the trend this year for the Brewers offense to be mostly up. That's why I'm riding with them in the first 5. Look, all I got to do is have one run lead through 5 innings. We should be good. We don't even have to mess with bullpens. That's why the first 5 bet is a great bet to make. You'll see me making it a lot on this channel. Now, Austin, it's time for the people's favorite segment.
What time it is, baby? Let's go. Yes. It's NRFI
Nation.
And if people don't know what a NRFI is, that's a no-run first inning. It's 6 quick outs. I know it's kind of a degenerate bet, so I wouldn't be putting your next bankroll, your next paycheck on it, but it is a fun bet, something for the people that maybe are watching from the basketball video that are like, I don't know if I can withstand 9 innings of baseball. That's why we like first five bets, just 5 innings. You don't have to watch after that. You don't need the bullpens to come in, but man, we got a NRFI for you guys today, and we're going Reds versus Braves. It's minus 115 currently on FanDuel. And I like it today, and we both like it. And here's why. I'll tackle kind of the red side of it. They got Malley starting, and he looked pretty decent in spring training. Obviously, you don't really want to take a lot from spring training. You're going up against, sometimes not the team's best guys, but still he looked good, and that's exactly what you want. You'd rather him look good than look bad. If I'm gonna be honest, you want at least that. Now, he did pitch against the Braves last year, held them scoreless. Not much more you can ask from him. And then we look at it, Rosario, Albies, and Matt Olson are at the top of the order. If he could go 1, 2, 3, get us out of the top half of the inning, I think he can get that done for us. But how do you like the Braves side of the equation?
Yeah, so if we're looking at the Braves, we got Max Fried on the mound. Fried, 1.75 ERA post All-Star break. That was the best in the majors in 2021. So Fried is definitely one of those pitchers that came on late, and I expect him to ride that momentum. He should be able to really chop through that Reds, top half of the order, India, Naquin, and Pham. Right? That's what we need in the NRFI. We need 3 outs on one side, 3 outs on the other. Also, some of the recipe, if you guys are lifelong NRFI Nation, I kind of have a recipe that I like to look for. The over-under dropped from 8.5 to 8 on some books. That's a comfortable range for me, right? This isn't that 10.5. This isn't a crazy high over-under. So I like it to be in that middle range, that 8.5 range. And I love the odds on it. I really think we stand a really good chance of cashing this no-run first inning. Great odds on it. We're going to be waving those NRFI flags, right, Austin?
Heck yeah, you better be flying those NRFI flags in the chat, in the comments. We appreciate all the all-stars out there that are supporting us. Like we can't say, subscribe if you guys are new. We have a long season of MLB coming your guys' way. The videos will be very similar to this one. So we appreciate you guys all for coming out to the video. We got 4 plays. I put them all up on the bottom of the screen, kind of scrolling on by, but hit that subscribe button. You could potentially be our 30,000th subscriber. Put that on your resume, because we're going to the moon, baby. So we appreciate you guys. We'll be back again tomorrow. We'll be recapping our plays, and without further ado, it's opening day. Enjoy it. We got a lot more games on tomorrow. So for this, from Logan, for Austin, we'll catch you guys in the next one.